right, the Yellow Submarine pulled the chestnuts out of the fire as Una Henry side came with an undisclosed plan from the Marina in instant Spain to stun the Bianconeri in Turin with 3 second-half goals to qualify for the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. While in other games yesterday, the world and European champions Chelsea put aside political and military issues, rocking the West London club to brush aside French champions Le Metropole at the Stade Pierre Mauroy. Stoma took a side, showed class in the defense of their European crown. And over there in the English Premier League, Liverpool ensured that neutrals are here for a grand style and photo finish with an important win at the Emirates Stadium over top 4 Chelsea and Arsenal to ensure the title race will go down the wire in England. It is on that eventful note I welcome you to the Thursday edition of Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Welcome to your daily sport tonic on radio. Like I do say, this is the Sport Factory where we convert sporting raw materials into finished article for your own utility in order to satisfy your sporting want, need or desire. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the show. It's Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. We are the first and only business radio station in Nigeria. Of course, you know this is your station of choice. It's time again to bring to you up to speed and keep you abreast of happenings, the exciting, intriguing, pulsating, busy world of sport from the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Don't also forget we are counting down to the start of the new season in the world of Formula 1. The Bahrain Grand Prix is upon us, my people. Don't forget games were played yesterday in the UEFA Champions League. We've got games in the UEFA Europa League. Not forgetting games in the UEFA Europa Conference League. We shall discuss the title race is going down the wire in the English Premier League. The Reds, Liverpool defeated Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Just a point between the defending champions Manchester City and Liverpool. We shall do the permutation and combinations for the remaining 9 games this afternoon on Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Don't also forget we are counting down that blockbuster crunch game is a double header between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana. You see, it's a loaded edition of Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. My name is Isaiah Akiremi. You're welcome on board. When the time is right, we shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation this afternoon. A lot of stories to discuss with you. 0902-2809-257, 0902-2809-257, or 091-6104-7698, 091-6104-7698. You can also reach us via 081-105-26487, 081-105-26487. You can also reach us via WhatsApp. SMSs are using this number 070-6093-2899, 070-6093-2899. It's Total Sport, Daily Sport Tonic on Radio. Once again, my name is Isaiah Akinremi. You are welcome on board. Guys, we're seated right now to dissect the different juicy sporting stories that I have in front of me. Alright, let me bring in Humphrey Holawale, who is making a big return on the show this afternoon. Humphrey, it was a busy night for us, covering most of the sporting actions, especially from the Champions League, and of course our games played yesterday in the English Premier League. And we know that it's going to be a tough one when it comes to deciding the EPL. And what Liverpool did yesterday just confirmed that it's not over yet, because we might just wait till the end of the season. Good to have you.
Yeah, good afternoon, listener at home. Good to be here to talk sport on Total Sport. Well, I think we have a good one for our Super Eagles, because we have our wish fulfilled. The complaint about the Cape Coast Stadium.
That's right.
We've now been given a due attention. Now we are moving to Baba Yara.
The Baba Yara Stadium.
Baba Yara or Baba Room. they call it slaughter ground.
Is that Baba Yara or Baba Room? Either is Yara or Room, anyone.
The Black Star fans are jubilating. That's their slaughter ground. That's where they're going to slaughter
in Kumasi.
But the reverse will be the case. The Super Eagles is going to turn that place to an advantage. And I'm sure the 3 point or nothing. So good one that we have our wish fulfilled. And according to the countdown, we have 8 days to go. 8 days to
You've
go.
been doing the countdown.
So no more Cape Coast. We have all attention in Kumasi at Baba Yara Stadium. So that's where over 40,000 capacity. They call it slaughter ground.
That's right.
I call it the miracle ground for the Super Eagles. Yeah, according to what goes on in the world of sport, we see what goes on yesterday Arsenal once again a disappointing team. They did very well, like an house on fire. Arsenal started, they rattled Liverpool, they calmed them, they crushed them. Now they go. Refuse to go. And when it comes to experience, we saw it done. And the super keeper become the Valiant.
Talking about Aaron
Ramsdale.
He has been to fault him for the first goal that was considered the near post. He should have covered the near post, right?
Perfect. That was the comparison yesterday. I think that was the camera zoomed what the Liverpool keeper has done and what Ramsdale failed to do. So for Arsenal fans over
those
there,
crucial saves, especially that save from Odegaard when Thiago Alcantara made that wrong pass, you could see him, his head, in his hands that, hey, I've made that big mistake. But Alisson Becker stood up and was able to, save that ball from Martin Odegaard. That could, just determine where the title is, we swing to at the end of the season. That big save yesterday.
All right,
at the Emirates Stadium.
That is where we know the boys from men. So for Arsenal fans, when they call them that you are still growing, I think it's a reality that they need to adopt to the system. That truly, they've been doing excellently well, not just yesterday. And we also see in the world of the Champions League, we see men standing hard. Chelsea without off-field issue. And they go strong with such a tenacious coach. They did the job. And we can all start permutating on all English affair. Possibility. So there's possibility, there's a permutation that we're going to have two English. So don't rule out Liverpool versus Chelsea. Watch out for that permutation.
The English fans already looking out for an all-English affair, just like we saw last season between Manchester City and, of course, the Blues, Chelsea. But we've got the likes of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Don't forget also in the mix this season in the UEFA Champions League. And don't forget also that this season's UEFA Champions League won't be played in the St. Petersburg Stadium because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It has been taken to the Stade de France, that grandstand stadium will be hosting the final, and the final of the Europa League also will be played at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium in Seville. Sevilla looking to play the final at home. Kenny KB Bamidele is making a big return on the show. Kenny, Liverpool fans, Liverpool faithful all over the world have been celebrating that huge 3 points yesterday to push City all the way. And just like the coach of Liverpool said prior to that game, there would be as annoying as possible. They're going to push Manchester City all the way. I think we've not listened to him as at January when City were 8 points. He was telling anyone that cared to listen that we will try as much as possible to play our own game and see if we can still be in the title race. And guess what? Right now, 17th of March 2022, 9 games to go. Liverpool are still in the running for the title.
Yeah, thanks for having me this afternoon. It's good to be back again on Total Sport. So, talking about Liverpool and the form and how they're trying to top Manchester City on top of the log, I think you must say you have to give these players huge credit because it's been real tough for them. It's not easy going on a 10-game winning streak, and you face Arsenal. Arsenal yesterday deserve to win that game.
Yeah. And you face an informed Arsenal.
Yeah, so I
5 winning runs going into that game. Both teams were informed going into that game, so it was not an easy tie for the Reds.
Yeah, I mean, looking at what happened in the second half, maybe that kind of changed the mind. But I think Arsenal deserve to win that game. Arsenal deserve maximum 3 points at Liverpool. Go at some point in the first half, you really see shot on goal for Liverpool. You really see attempt and all, and it was worrisome. So I think what Liverpool should do right now is just to keep annoying City, just like the coach Jurgen Klopp said, keep annoying Manchester City, and if you're able to do that, Man City will still drop. Remember, Man City are saying they want to win the cup, they want to win the English Premier League title. They're also in the Champions League.
And that's why Liverpool also are in the running for the unprecedented quadruple.
Yeah, even though that's going to be an accolade tax for them. So I think Man City quest to win the title for the Champions League for the first time in a while. We kind of affects their Premier League form somehow. You just see it, and I remember each time I say Liverpool will lose, some people will call it sarcasm. If I say they will win, some people will say I'm being sentimental. It's hard to satisfy you, man. But I'm just doing my job here. So I
that's right. You're doing your job. Yeah. I could remember when you stated it on this platform that Liverpool will win the title. You are so sure, just like Klopp. When City was still 8 points clear, and you believe that it's not over. Liverpool are still, in running for this title, and they could win.
Because I've seen City play, and bro, believe me, they are not really 100%. You cannot compare to the ruthless City we saw last season, ruthless City we saw in 2018. No way near those teams. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and this is not just the only point they're going to drop. They're still going to drop 1 point. Believe me. Because I think Pep is getting it all wrong. This player, what Bernardo said, it was like Liverpool are still playing catch up. So
that is better to be in City's position.
The
than
truth
Liverpool.
is better to be in Liverpool position because right now they know they are second. They are going for the push. They've got nothing to lose. So that's it. So for Man City,
right now,
are under pressure, regardless of what. Pep is just a man that once they're under pressure, he doesn't like to show it.
Liverpool breathing down their neck.
That's one thing about Pep. And look at that Liverpool team. Salah did not start, of course.
That's the cutting edge, Sure. The combination up front.
I think
and the skill set up front.
It tells you more about definitely.
We'll talk more about that title race. It's
definitely.
Very important.
And from basketball, this morning,
Yes,
the Warriors beating. And Giannis, my God, again beat Milwaukee Bucks, except then beat Sacramento Kings.
The Suns won also.
Suns won.
Ned, but it was all about Devin Booker.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie, buzzer beating shot, threw the net away from this one, threw them away from this one rather. So it was what was the opponent again? The Dallas Mavericks that topped Brooklyn at this moment. Thanks for having me this.
All right, thank you for joining us this afternoon. KB Kenny Bamdele on Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. That's the matchday squad that will execute today's edition of Total Sport on the first only business radio station in Nigeria, Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Guys, I think it was yesterday we had this discussion about the goalkeeping situation of the Super Eagles, right? Yesterday. Yeah, and we will try to come to a consensus of who could be the number one, amidst the three guys who've tested in different competition. But one man who has been drafted into the setup, of course, we know Emmanuel Amunike is the assistant coach, and it seems he was listening to us yesterday and he has had answers to our questions. And it seems the current technical crew are taking it up from where Genotron left concerning their choice of goalkeepers. And if Emmanuel Amunike speaks, that means you need to take it serious. And Emmanuel Amunike, guys, has revealed that Maduka Okoye remains Nigeria's number one goalkeeper ahead of the forthcoming 2022 World Cup qualifying playoff against the Black Stars of Ghana later this month. Record that Ghana will host the first leg in Kumasi, and the reverse fixture will be played at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. However, with concern over the team's goalkeeping department, just like we were able to thrash it yesterday, Amunike told journalists in an interview that the technical crew have so much confidence in Okoye. He says, I'm not a goalkeeper trainer, but we have someone in that department, and it is Okoye. That keepers make mistakes and we just need to back him up. And it seems Okoye is still the number one for them. Humphrey.
Well, we dissected it yesterday, and a good one coming from Amunike. It's like listening to her, just like you have said. And we said it so much yesterday, we tried to do a lot of extra into it. Maduka Okoye is tested and trusted for now, irrespective of his present performance, which is not so bad. And also we said, barring his Ola for the AFCON, which is normal, you make mistake to become experienced. Without mistake, you won't be an experienced player or goalkeeper. That guy has been tested and is good to go. And we also compare the available one. Akpeyi is presently a bench material. Akpeyi
anyone's like that.
I stand to be correct. That's just the bitter truth. So Akpeyi for now needs to study from the bench. He has had his career, he's got the experience, but for now he's going through a very rough patch. And Okoye has proven time without number. This is not even the time to experiment. We are just at the verge of getting our tickets. So why experimenting this time around? All hope should go for Okoye. So good one from Emmanuel Amunike and his crew there. So that's assuring us that irrespective of where Akpeyi Daniel is coming from, he should be contented with his second choice.
Okay, Kenny, your reaction to Amunike's comments, are you satisfied? Are you confident with the choice of Maduka Okoye? Don't forget, going into the African Cup of Nations, he was anointed as number one by former coach, talking about Genotron. And right now, taking the quote, the other part of the quote of Amunike says, regardless, Maduka Okoye is a good goalkeeper and human being, so we can't, because of one mistake, dump him. Says he's playing for his team, that's Sparta, and that's the most important team.
Yeah, we talked about this was yesterday, and I also said the same thing, that I'm still going to stick to Maduka Okoye because it's looking like, as bad as, as much as we're struggling in that category, we still have just that goalkeeper we can fall back to, and I think Malika Oko is that goalkeeper. I don't, like I said, Zoh shouldn't even make the team. Akpe probably shouldn't make the team because right now we don't
Say
know.
that again?
Probably because they're looking at
probably.
that's what I'm saying, that just maybe
So
because
no probably for Zoh, but probably for Akpe.
yeah, sure, probably for Akpe because Akpe has got more experience. Akpe is better than Zoh and all. So I think he said the right thing. And one thing I enjoyed in his comment was it was like, well, the goalkeeper trainer is Aloyago, so he's going to make that decision on who is capable of starting for the team. But he said, come on, this guy is still a very good human being. He can still help the team and also, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Amadi Koko is not a polished goalkeeper. He's not 100%. He's not even 100. He's still working on his game and all. So I hope he's actually going to keep working on it because once at the African Cup of Nations, I think Nigerian ladies actually watch more of the Super Eagles game because of Madika Okoye, and that was one of the reasons why we lost out.
One of the distractions.
Of course, that was one of the reasons.
One of your friend in UK that support Arsenal, I don't want to mention her name.
Okay.
One of our sports friends.
Yeah.
I saw the chat she did with Maduka.
Madika Okoye.
You know what I'm referring to?
Yeah, sure.
The ladies' man.
Definitely, but I hope he's not going to mess up with the wrong person. I hope he's not going to mess up with the wrong person. But that's it. I still think that we just it's got to be focused right now because one thing about various jobs is distractions will come. But you don't allow that to get into your head.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm talking about. you have to keep your head
focused.
In addition, Prof,
All right.
I would still prefer the coaching crew not to bank on Okoye.
All right.
Okoye should be made to know that for now
Should be giving stiff competition.
They still, even if he's going to be the number one, they still not to mention it so that we will not grow overconfidence and got distracted. For now, you still have to understand that there are people pushing for that first slot.
Okay, Kenny, I just want to go back to what the ladies, staying glued to that TV just because. So you're having more ladies watching Super Eagles now because of Maduka, right?
Yeah, sure.
It has happened to you too, maybe when you don't have interest in watching news, but because of a beautiful newscaster.
Actually, this is it. One thing I've learned to do is when it comes to this job, you don't mix pleasure with work. So, once you actually
professional and pragmatic.
Yeah, that's it. I think the first thing you should consider is professionalism.
That's right.
You get, and you have to be pragmatic. Now, if I'm actually if I'm actually going to watch the news, definitely I'm not. As much as you want to see the face, fine.
Right.
You still want to get updated. So I won't allow seeing the face affect the fact that I want to get updated. So the sport prophet.
Alright, still to Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Let's move ahead right now. And of course, just like Humphrey is counting down to that game and double header between the Super Eagles and of course the Black Stars of Ghana. That is a big rivalry, I tell you. West African rivalry. Just one ticket is at stake as a qualifier for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar later this year. I don't know, the reaction of guys out there, and of course you guys in the live studio about the success of the video assistant referee at the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Let me start with you, Kenny. Your assessment of the use of the video assistant referee, the VAR, at the African Cup of Nations, because this last qualification round, guess what? The VAR will be used to put home and away, so no room for errors or no room for complacency. It's business all the way. And according to reports, we learned that the video assistant referee equipment has already landed at that same Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi that will host the first leg. And hopefully, definitely, we are very sure that the second leg also at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, the VR will be installed. What do you think, with the addition of the VR for this last qualification round, will mean to the quality of game and, of course, refereeing decisions?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, apart from the fact that some of the issues we had are non-VR issues, where the referee had to blow the final whistle before 90 before stoppage time.
Your friend from Zambia.
Sikazwe, I mean, so I think those are non-VR issues. So I feel it was just there But
don't forget, most pundits had issues with the interpretation of the VR by African referees. During the African Cup of Nations, that it was not well interpreted.
Well, that's another thing. This is Africa. And the general belief is referees is hard to pick a top 10, top 50 referees here in Africa. Apart from Papa Gassama, who I had issues with, you know, in that Egypt game against I think it's just too. I don't know. It's too aggressive. Somehow, you just got to take a chill pill.
Egypt, Cameroon.
Yeah. Well, was it Egypt, Cameroon?
Semi-final?
I think it was it. Yeah, I think it was the semi-final. Maybe Egypt, Cameroon.
Egypt,
We had issues
Cameroon.
with the coach of Egypt,
Yeah.
Queiroz. So I
Maybe
think
you had issues with Salah. That's why you are not happy with him.
you know, not even that. No, I mean the coach of Egypt, because I saw from the start of the game that was when it was the coach just in the touchline making some kind of gestures. Actually, I don't know about them, but he had to stop the game and warn the ref. I mean, and also caution some situations that you can just overlook. So I think aside that, I think our referees have got to step up in Africa. The truth is, one of the reasons why you rarely see African referees in the world scene. Of course, we have seen a couple of them make it, but it's really hard to say, okay, we have like 5, 6, making it to that, maybe the World Cup. I mean, like center referee, not even assistant now. It's hard to see that.
Okay.
It's because of the fact that they have not really worked on themselves. I don't know. So, I mean, it's something that really calls for serious concern.
So going into that qualifiers now, your expectation with the use of the VAR?
Yeah, I saw names of referees that will actually be officiating that one. I saw who's going to head the VR side too. But we just hope that there won't be any controversial decisions in the game. That's what we pray for. Like what happened between South Africa and Ghana, where South Africa complained that, of course, some poor officiating was in that game, that the game was sold, referee was bribed, and all of that. So we hope we're not going to see a replica of that, the qualifiers, because there's nothing as painful as putting, 100% effort into winning the game, and the referee just a decision, kind of make your effort abortive. So I mean, I think that's it for me.
Okay, well, we just hope the referees will be on top of their game going into those qualification round, especially that game between Nigeria and Ghana, and well, the VR will be used, as it ought to be used. But before we go for our first commercial break this afternoon on the show, let me just quickly inform you that Super Falcons will face Canada in a double-header friendly tact, the celebration tour next month. The Randy Wandom side are already through to the 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco, and the first take on Canada April 8th at a busy place in Vancouver, while the second leg holds 3 days later at the Starlight Stadium in Langford. So that's one big game for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, even as we look forward to the African Women Cup of Nations in Morocco later this year. Right now, let's go pay some bills. When we're back, we'll try to make sense of all what happened yesterday in the English Premier League. Just a point between Liverpool and Manchester City. We'll try to do the permutation combination, check out those remaining fixtures in the English Premier League, especially as it concerns the top 2 teams. And for our friends that studied further mathematics, possibly can bring your experience of integration down there, because it's going down the wire in the EPL. Let's go for this quick break. Stick around. We'll be back in a jiffy.
wo sórí ó ṣe jẹ́lẹ̀ ní pé ẹni tó bá kọ́ bọ́sì gbòòrò ni ó ṣe pàtàkì kéèyàn wà kó máa ṣe nítorí akitiyan ò lópin kó à ń sọ̀hún tààrà wá ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan nìyẹn súnkẹrẹ gbàkẹrẹ fẹ́ni tó bá ní nǹkan ṣe nítorí pé iwájú ọ̀pá ẹ̀bì tí ń lé sí kò sáyè fúnfà sẹ́yìn láéláé bá ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan nìyẹn torí náà báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣe lónìí MTN.
Welcome to the second half of the show. Sport on Impact at Business Radio 92.5FM. Time check at 1 p.m. live studio of Impact at Business Radio 92.5FM. And I've still got Humphrey Holawale in Bamidele. Yours truly, Isaiah Akiren, executing this match day on Total Sport on the first and only business radio station in Nigeria. Impact Business Radio 92.5FM, your station of choice. Liverpool moved to within 1 point of our Premier League leaders, Manchester
Manchester City, they emerged impressive winners after a tough examination at Arsenal, the Emirates Stadium, where the Gunners were in the fight to finish in the top 4, pushed Liverpool hard until Jurgen Klopp's quadruple Chelsea side that took control after the break. Liverpool keeper Alisson saved crucially from Martin Odegaard after Thiago's misplaced back pass before Diogo Jota put Liverpool ahead and beating Ramsdale, and of course Bobby, the man Bobby, talking about Roberto Firmino, confirmed all 3 points for Liverpool. Alright, Humphrey, it was a big game yesterday, and for the context of the English Premier League season, it was very important for Liverpool to get an important and a positive result yesterday. They did that, and this team, the Reds, are showing to us that they mean business this season. How will you rate their performance yesterday, especially knowing that all 3 points will take them to 69, just 1 point behind Manchester City, 70.
That was a very beautiful performance from Liverpool. That's what you call it, the main performance. That was so close, so close. Arsenal did their best. They played very well, especially in the first half. If not for being so wasteful on goal, they would have been ahead and probably seal off the game in the first half. But very, very unfortunate one for them. And as for Liverpool, yeah, they are 69 points, 1 point behind Manchester City.
That's right.
That is not
with 9 games to go.
With 9 games, that's not proving that they are there. That's not proving that like I said, I'll still stick with Pep and his squad. That they will still cross the final line. I still believe that with Guardiola there, they will cross the final. Liverpool will try as much as possible, because when we try to look into the remaining fixtures, you see Liverpool have a barrier to cross.
They have tough fixtures compared to that of City.
You have unpredictable Manchester United. They may be dying, but any time on the day they can just call it and just do you that. So Liverpool have Manchester United to navigate. They have that tactical Antonio Conte. Look at what he did to Manchester City. He was the one that started biting City from behind, and now he got the 3 points. Now Liverpool have that to go to. Then Liverpool also have the rejuvenated Newcastle, refurbished, and now a stubborn team, very hard not to crack. So when you look at those games ahead of Liverpool, they are not there yet, and it's not yet an uhuru, and I am still banking on Manchester City to cross the line. They will surely have it at the end of the day.
We'll see if they would have it at the end of the day from our discussion this afternoon. But Kenny, that was a professional, accomplished performance from the Reds yesterday. As at January, City were 8 points clear, and we thought no way for Liverpool. But alas, Liverpool has gradually moved their way up the ladder, and right now just sitting 1 point, breathing heavily on the neck of Pep and his boys. It's now 9 wins in a row, which has reignited a Premier League title race that was looking as if it was City's race to take all the way till May. What do you think has brought about this dramatic faction, in the English Premier League this season, especially for Liverpool? What do you think, has been making them tick, especially in crunch time in the EPL this season? I want you to also look at their quadruple, chasing ambition this season. Do you think that could, really affect them at the end of the day, or you think Jurgen, has all in his assets to make sure that they come out victorious and beat City, in this title race?
First of all, last night's game between Liverpool and Arsenal, I think once again kudos to Arsenal Football Club. I think the game plan worked in the first half. They kept Liverpool on offense. Liverpool had no threat on goal. It was just passes going there without threat. And Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli is a special player.
An handful yesterday.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, he gave Arnold, he gave Anderson, he gave everybody he faces like one-on-one. He gave them a big run for their money, and I must say kudos to him for that performance. And Thomas Partey, I think I saw an improved Thomas Partey yesterday. Not the Thomas Partey that led in the Arsenal got a red card as after joining them
from the Nations Cup.
From the Nations Cup. So, but that's that aside. Now, second half, I knew Liverpool will come like a different team.
Yeah. It's been like that for some while.
Yeah, sure. There's
especially against Arsenal.
There's this kind of confidence I have in Jurgen Klopp when it comes to making tactical decisions.
Exactly, I'm coming to that tactical decision
Klopp
he made
is
yesterday.
a genius. Klopp is a now. Nobody comes close when it comes to tactical ability to make decisions in the world right now in the coaches. Yeah, that's all for debate. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. But you can look at it from Liverpool result. Klopp is not just any coach,
and he's still not number one.
Klopp is not. He's not the number one right now. I mean, when you're talking about overall,
put the likes of Thomas Tuchel.
The number one coach in the world right now is Thomas Tuchel. Know that. But what I'm trying to say, when it comes to that. The number one coach in the world right now, just right now, is Thomas Tuchel of Chelsea Football Club. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to tactics, in-game tactics, ability to read the game and know what next to do, Klopp is a special manager. Klopp is, let me just, it's not going to be an eulogy to Klopp. So, what I'm saying is this now: Arsenal deserve to win and they lost, and Liverpool is just like a refined team versus a work in progress team. Liverpool refined. It tells you that okay, Liverpool have faced numerous games like this, so they know how to handle it. For Arsenal, then it's fantastic form. They are still enjoying that roller coaster, and so all of that could not be managed in the second half. Now, for the title race, Man City have got to be careful.
All right.
Listening to what Humphrey just said, I think it's not going to be so easy for Manchester City. In fact, Pep Guardiola will be shivering right now. That's what I want you all to understand. Now, Liverpool have got tougher futures, fine, but they've got depth in that team, squad depth.
Can we be having this discussion of tougher fixtures? We've seen in recent games right now that no games is easy, especially when it comes to the tail end of
before
the
that
season,
Crystal Palace game.
Where teams are fighting
Someone was
for
like 9 games
exactly
to go.
fighting for one spot or the other, either to avoid relegation. Europa League places, don't forget there's even the Europa Conference League places, and of course there's the top 4. So all games are important.
Very, very.
Before that Crystal Palace game, everybody was like, "Oh, City will win." All of that. Look at the result. So true. That's
and don't forget, City has not scored a goal for their past 2 matches.
2 matches and
goalless against Sporting and also goalless against Palace. That's one concern. Also.
So nobody's talking about that. So the thing is, Pep is aware of this. He just doesn't want come out and make some admission
deep down
him. Yeah, sure. That's one thing I've studied Pep Guardiola. When he's under pressure, he doesn't want to show it. You probably won't know because you see it as a kind of weakness that his opponent wants to capitalize. Believe me, deep down he's shivering. He might be smiling in the touchline, wasted chances, smiling, fuming, all of that.
But he's feeling it.
He's feeling it inside. That's what I'm about. So the title race is going to be so interesting. I don't think Manchester City. No, I don't think Manchester City will actually win it, this season. I think it's going to be Liverpool Football Club. That's how it's looking like. When you face a team and you miss 5, 6, 7 chances, it tells you that this is favouring another team.
Okay, before I open the phone lines for listeners to join the conversation, Kenneth said Pep must be shivering right now, feeling the pressure. And I think we need to take a look at the table right now. The top 2 teams, respect to other teams in the EPL, but I think City and Liverpool are looking likely to take this till the end of the season. For Manchester City, they've played 29 matches, and guess what? They've won 22, they've drawn 4 and lost 3. They are placed in first position with 70 points. Liverpool closely follow them on second position, 29 games played. They've won 21, they've drawn 6 and lost just 2 this season. And guess what? Liverpool 69 points. And looking at the goal difference, for Liverpool is plus 55. For Manchester City is plus 50. 9 games to go. Just 1 point between these 2 teams. And Humphrey, I think, Kenny has a valid point down here. When you are, with someone, there's the gap. Possibly both of you, lie on the bed. Humphrey, you lie on the bed, there's a gap. When that person is breathing, you might not feel it.
Yeah.
But once the gap is being closed, comes closer to you, once it's breathing down your neck, you feel it. And that is what is happening right now. Liverpool, have the momentum. I think we should, be factual here. Yeah. And City, they have the lead. Bernardo Silva says it's better to be in City's position right now than be in Liverpool's position. Looking at all of these specifics, these details, who do you think, is, in the right frame of mind? Who do you think, has what it takes, especially during crunch time right now? Because Liverpool are breathing right down City's neck with 9 games left, and Klopp and his players are indeed going for everything.
Yeah, for Kenny, I think we have to visit the archive, see what City did in 2011-2012.
Right.
They crossed the line. According to the word of Martin Tiller here, that was recorded in 2012 May, he said, "I swear you will never see anything like this ever again." So watch it, drink it. That should be for Kenny. And what I was saying is that Man City will not give it up, even if it's just that 1 point.
You've seen that.
Man City will
does
cross,
that 1 point
in
the 2018-2019 season.
Exactly. Look at Manchester United was almost on top. It was last day decider. So this may also go down to the last and final minute, where we're going to see the replica of what Aguero did against QPR in 2012. So that is going to come to that. I'm giving it to Man City. Liverpool have a lot of matches to navigate, a lot of banana peels for them. They still have to Manchester United. You can't just tell me that Manchester United will just come cheap. They're high in that top 4.
But who do you think have the cutting edge, Humphrey?
It's going to be,
especially up front. Who do you think can, as you know, that skill set in those players to change the game, to hold it by the scruff of its neck? We've seen, the Liverpool, setup. Salah was not fit for that game, was just on the bench.
Yes,
and Jurgen Klopp could call on Luis Diaz, Sadio Mane, and of course Diogo Jota. Don't forget Salah was even on the bench. There's also Divock Origi somewhere, and that shows that he has that skill set to pick from, his players. But up front also for City, it seems they're more direct, without a recognized striker who many people believe will come to haunt them at the end of the season. If Salah is not there, Jota is there getting the goals. If Jota is not there, the Colombian Luis Diaz has been added to the ranks. And don't you think that could, switch ends or swing in favor of the Reds, having those quality up front?
Yeah, when you put all your tools at the same time, you might be left with a lot. Liverpool have shooters, they have goal scorers. But for Man City, they are unpredictable. You don't know where the goal is coming from. Is it the dependable Kevin De Bruyne? Is it the magical Silva, Bernardo Silva? Or you talk about this uprising Foden? So you have that Zizenko there, you have Udogan. You can't just believe what these guys can do. We're just talking about Salah, good. Talking about Jota, talking about Mane, talking about the super Luis Diaz. Give it to him. But what about someone who have the materials? You don't even know where it's coming from. You don't even know where Guardiola is going to shoot the arrow.
I don't know if Kenny agrees with what I'm saying about the materials.
When it comes to
about
material,
tactical genius, I think it's going boils down to the coaches also tactical genius. Kenny, because you made mention of Jurgen Klopp, and I think I should give him kudos what he did yesterday. When it was still goalless, he called on Mo Salah, called on Roberto Firmino, giving them instruction on the sideline, and guess what? The man he was about to substitute, Diogo Jota got the goal. And for most managers, they could have been conservative. And after that goal, he took off Diogo Jota, the goal scorer, and put in Roberto Firmino. And within 6 minutes, Roberto Firmino got the goal. That is masterclass. That is tactical genius.
And looking at that Liverpool team, no player would have scored that type of goal Roberto Firmino scored. He's known to score that type of goals. So Mane wouldn't have done that. Mane would have scored maybe in a different way, same with Salah, maybe with a chip and all. But that was a slick finish from Roberto Firmino. So I think, now we are just talking about the forward guys that we always see starting. There is a Origi somewhere. One man that that club called the club legend. In quotes though,
you can't compare Origi
what now? There's Minamino somewhere. There is Oxlade-Chamberlain somewhere. Now these are guys that probably are not starters, but will come and of course do one or two cause one or two troubles for opponents. Now on defense, you have Matip, who won the February Player of the Month in that team. Pierre Virgil van Dijk is hard to go past this duo. Now you've got Konate also. Now what I'm trying to say is each time I come up and talk about these Liverpool players and of course the depth in that team, it's not because I enjoy saying it. It's just because this team they've got quality, and that is just what, and this is what Klopp has been building for years. So I believe it's all good for Liverpool. They know it's actually going to be tough to usurp Man City. Man City will still drop not 1 point, not 2 points, even more than 3 points. So the title is going to be for Liverpool.
Oh, guys, before I open the phone lines, let's talk about the resilience and the mental alertness of the two teams, because I think it will be topsy-turvy. It will be neither here nor there, and it's down to who wants it most, who is able to be standing even under pressure. Because the next game for Liverpool and City is April 2nd. Don't forget, this weekend is all about the FA Cup, and of course we've got the international break. And guess what, Kenny and Humphrey, when the EPL comes up, Liverpool will play first ahead of Manchester City. Liverpool have a lunchtime kickoff against Watford on Saturday. They could win that and go top of the table before City play away at a tough ground against Burnley at Turf Moor. Looking at this scenario playing out, Liverpool playing first, City playing second, City playing first, Liverpool playing second. These are issues also to look into. And just like Humphrey said, Pep has been in this situation. Don't forget, it was this same Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. It triumphed with just a point in the 2018-2019 season. Talking about the resilience and the mental alertness of both teams.
Yeah, no, this is it. Now, when Liverpool won the title in 2019,
COVID-19, you had that one.
2019,
the COVID-19.
no, let's not go into
reality.
How is it COVID-19? Is it COVID-19 Premier League title
has been decimated.
Is it that COVID-19 title? No.
COVID-19.
So what you're trying to say now, this is discrediting Liverpool, and I'm not. Now you can. You cannot say because of COVID, other teams couldn't win the league, and Liverpool. I mean. Is it only Liverpool that didn't suffer from COVID? No way.
Okay, let's so
now, this is it. I think forget about Pep being used to this situation. The truth is, you cannot be on top forever. You cannot keep winning forever. You cannot keep stealing the initiative forever. It's going to get to a time where someone will even do better than you do, and that is that point right now for the title race, for the English Premier League title race. So I think Liverpool will surely bearing any unforeseen circumstance. I don't want to sound too definite, and this is it because now one thing about this game is when you come and talk about stuff, we need to take over an eye. Things can just change.
Definitely.
One thing about Liverpool, once they are not informed, before coming back, this is kind of funny. It's kind of they drop points against teams like Fulham, against teams like Southampton, and all. So I think, but right now they know that every game is a final. Klopp said it, right. And when a German tactician is speaking this way, the German you have to like listen and try to understand where it's coming from. Every game right now is like a final.
He said in January when they were 8 points behind, City said, "Are you going to come to ride with us? If you can ride with us, you will enjoy this ride." And I tell you, we're enjoying this ride right now as it moves in the English Premier League. Right now, before I open the phone line, let me quickly run through the fixtures of both teams. Up next for Manchester City is against Burnley at Turf Moor. And after then, Manchester City will welcome Liverpool. Please tick that, put that in your diary. That could be the decider. 10th of April. 10th of April. I repeat, 10th of April is City up against Liverpool. The two teams will square off against each other. After then, City will travel to the Molineux to play Wolves. And after that game, it will be Manchester City up against Brighton and Hove Albion. Then City will play against Watford. It's Leeds United, Manchester City, Newcastle United, West Ham United, Manchester City, and Manchester City will round it up at home at the Etihad against Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa. Possibly Steven Gerrard want to do Liverpool that huge favour. That's the last game of the season. Smart City up against Aston Villa. Running through the Liverpool fixtures. Okay, let me try to get those fixtures right now. But don't forget, you can also be a big part of the show by sending in your WhatsApp and text messages to 0706093 2899 0706093 2899. The title is that we have in our hands in the English Premier League. Even as I'm waiting for the list to pop up, let me see if I can open the phone lines for listeners at home to join the conversation right now. Talk to us about the games from the Champions League, and of course the expectation as we reach home stretch in the title race. 0902-280-9257 0902-280-9257 or 091-61-047698 091-61-047698 or reach us via 081-105-264 87 081-105-264 87. Let's speak to our very first caller on the show. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, welcome to the show. Your name and your location.
Yeah, good evening. Joseph.
Joseph, good to have you.
Both teams are good, and I respect both managers. One thing is, I would like them to even meet in the Champions League quarterfinal, so that we have, it's going to be, the league is going to be in the middle of the Champions League. So let them meet there, and maybe semi-final will come. So let them meet there. Both managers wouldn't want that, but I want it to be like that. So thank you.
Thank you very much, our very first caller. Thank you for talking to us on the show. The studio line is open right now. You can dial 0902-280-9257. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name and your location.
My name is Kele Baladi from Alaka Shagolo.
Good to have you, sir. Welcome.
Now that FIFA has approved the Babayara Stadium for Ghana to play against the Super League on the 25th, I pray that ground will be a miracle game for us. We will be able to hammer the Tanzanians. And I want to warn our Super League not to be complacent about the match. Let us look to Super League. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Best of luck to the Super Eagles. Thank you for talking to us on the show this afternoon. You can also drop your contribution via WhatsApp. Studio line still open. Let's see if we can pick 2 or 3 calls on our stories we are discussing right now, especially the title race in the English Premier League and games played yesterday from the prestigious UEFA Champions League. 0902-280-9257, 0902-280-9257, 09161-047698, or 081-105-26487. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, brother.
Your name and your location. Please turn down the volume of your radio set.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Let's have your thoughts.
We've been including Chelsea in the race. Don't you know that something happened on the road between Liverpool and Manchester United? Chelsea have chance to carry the league. And they didn't say much about it in Champions League. Those things are wonderful. Upon all the intimidation and everything they're going through, we go and win 2-1. My brother.
Thank you very much. Definitely kudos to Chelsea despite the distractions. They've been professional, with their performance. Going through Liverpool's fixture, up next is against Watford at Anfield. After then, City will be up against Liverpool. Liverpool will be away from home at the Etihad on 10th of April. Then Liverpool will face their former player in Steven Gerrard against Aston Villa at the Villa Park. That will be one decider, and I think Coutinho will be ready for that game. Liverpool will be up against Manchester United on 19th April. Liverpool-Everton, that's a Merseyside derby. Possibly they can give them a huge favour, so Everton would go into relegation. Then we have Newcastle-Liverpool, Liverpool-Tottenham, Southampton-Liverpool, Liverpool-Wolves. On this, I think Liverpool have more tough fixtures, but someone is there. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is Comrade Abuja.
Comrade, good to have you. Let's have your thoughts. Quick one.
Yes, I really want to say, yes, Liverpool have done a good job at the fitness. I don't see them winning the league. But I wish they win the league, but I see them winning the league. Because that game against Man City at the Etihad, if you look at the pictures, Liverpool still have some difficult tags. So I don't see them winning the league. I would have wished they win the league but it's so good because they can't call Premier League Farmers League. It is a very tough one. So I think they are going at the end. It's still Manchester City, and to my darling Chelsea, are really trying. What to change? My head told these players about the female and the male teams need to be studying in the university. They're really doing a great job. Well, sir.
Very much, Comrade. Thank you for talking to us this afternoon. Let me quickly run through messages right now. Quick one. Great Moment Sports Erudite. Mr. Kenny predicted that Super Eagles would win AFCON. We now have AFCON 2021 in our kitty. He has predicted that still Liverpool would win EPL. Great. I'm sure Arsenal is not City and Chelsea. Amunike is right. Okoye needs to improve. Okoye enjoys better defense in his team than in Super Eagles. Sam, thank you for your message. I've got this message also. Says, good PM SARS. Gunnar strike yesterday. The match is a lesson to Arteta to get a good striker up front. Lacazette is not good in positioning himself inside the box. Martinelli was able to put the ball in that net yesterday. Kudos to the guys. I hope we make top 4 this season. Yemi, thank you from Odife Road. Okay, do we have other messages? Okay. It's all about pragmatism. The art of being pragmatic. Club has to be more pragmatic in securing the title. Guess what? That's from Steve Bond. Steve Bond, thank you very much for your message. Good afternoon, guys in the studio. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, thank you. Arsenal are very lucky to have a player like Martinelli. He was everywhere, but that doesn't stop Liverpool from getting their 3 points. I still see Liverpool winning the Premier League. Greetings, Mr. Kenny. I love listening to you when you are in the studio. Up Chelsea, my blood is always blue. My name is Japheth. So you've got a friend there and he's a Chelsea fan. So maybe you'll be nice to Chelsea fans. But quick one, Humphrey, fantastic. Despite the distraction, Chelsea, home and away against Le Metropole, they are true. But
How on earth did Juventus crashed out of the competition? 0-3 against the Yellow Submarine Villarreal.
Well, nobody saw it coming. The game was all for Juventus to win, and at the end of the day, they threw it away. The first half, in fact, not even as of 60 minutes, it was all for Juventus. But this is to tell you that
Juventus had chances.
In fact, they just keep on spawning the chance, and you can just see Morata not at the top of the game, but not clinical enough. The crosses were coming, they were not converted. But most important thing is that this team has long overdue for overhauling. When you are parading the old guys, you just have to start mixing
the
up.
old lady.
They've really proved
Just like old lady of Turin.
They need to turn.
Just like old lady of Turin, it was like Old Trafford of Manchester.
It has to.
They are old. Like Juventus, like Man U.
They have to rename the stadium.
We need a young ladies of Turin now to function well. So because the old cargoes can no longer do it anymore. That was exactly what happened. That was what Villarreal come to show them. That was all Emery came in to say, that you guys are old. This is in for the young ones. So good one for Emery and his guys.
All
and
right.
A big lesson for Juventus to go back to the drawing board.
If there's any drawing board.
But
we need to go. But Humphrey, I had to inform me yesterday about United tracking Thomas Tuchel. Kenny is gathering momentum that United might just just cash out on what is happening to the Blues and possibly try to woo Thomas Tuchel to Old Trafford.
Well, first of all, I think Thomas Tuchel wouldn't want to join United.
I think the United job is
Now,
not
if
appealing right
he's
now.
actually going to leave at the end of the season, if things, if push, fails to if everything did not go that way for Chelsea, then he leaves, then he can probably join United. But I don't think he's going to join United. I don't think. You see that United team, they are as good as Real Zaragoza over there in
Thank
Spanish.
you very much. Let's go. Games to expect tonight. There's a game in the EPL, 8:45, Everton, Newcastle. But we've got a lot of games. I can't go through them from the Europa League and the Europa Conference League. Thank you, Humphrey, for coming. Thank you, Kenny, our good friend, B. Manuel, also here with us. DJ Scotty with his magic fingers. Not forgetting Olushola Jao and guys from the ISBC. Please enjoy the rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow for the TGIF edition of the show. My name is Isaiah Akirem, signing out.
For the very best in qualitative and informative news with educative program on the go, tune in to Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Impact Business Radio,